Hello, Gemini. This reading is strictly for you. I have done readings for a couple other zodiacs, and they're still going through the motions. I want to see where you are, Gemini. Are you still going through the motions, or are you coming out that fog? So let's see. Now, as I cut, I'm seeing the 10 of Swords in addition to the 10 of Pentacles. That right off the bat tells me that you used your pain to your gain, Gemini. Or it tells me that you lost everything dealing with the pain. Now, I'm going to shuffle about 4 more times to see what the deal is with my Gemini. Mind you, I'm a Gemini rising. Am I strong? Yes. But am I Hercules? No. I'm human. So I just want to get a feel for what's going on with you, okay? I promise you this is going to be a very meticulous reading. I'm going to dig in. Now, I made the announcement that everything on my page, as far as discounts, there's a 30% discount on every one of my readings except for the bracelets and the membership, okay? So take advantage of that. For those of you who want a reading and likely could not afford it and whatnot, all right? Now, bottom of the deck, before I cut, many of you have walked away from relationships that you have been in for a while. Now I'm going to cut. But I cut it properly. We got the 8 of Cups again. So let's try this again. Alright, bottom of the deck, new love. This could be love for self or love for another. Let's see what the cards say. Wow. Gemini, are you guys focused on your cash? I would say so. And for those of you who are not, understand, this is here for you. Don't play games. Get that. The universe is giving you a very big pinnacle for you to have. You're a nurturer. I think you're being told to nurture your own finances. But some of you feel as though you need to take a break, a rest. But you're being reminded to be focused and self-disciplined with regards to taking care of what you need and not focusing on what has you down. That's stopping you from grabbing that positive financial gain. That's stopping you from being yo man, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to buy one of those official what do you call them, video holders. Why do I use this one? It was my mom's easel from when she used to paint. That's why it means a lot to me to use it. Focus and self-discipline regarding what is yours. Now, if you're not gonna take advantage of what's yours, believe me, somebody else will, and they will make you thank them for the fact that you did it. Money is in your favor, Gemini. However, I see some anxiety on your end. Yeah, that shit that keeps you up. Here's a knight in shining armor. This goes for males and females. A knight in shining armor that wants to be with you. You may not know who they are. You may know who they are. Oh, but somebody's coming. And the moon represents not knowing who this person is. Who you're not knowing when this person's coming, if this person's already come and you've overlooked them, that type of thing. The moon represents the fact that you can't see things for what they are. It could be because you think this person is shysty. You may think this person's sneaky. I noticed that a lot of people I've been doing readings for allow their last partner to determine who their next partners are going to be. As if their last partner is the defining person for who all people are. We got to be careful not to do that. Mr. or Mrs. Sneaky right here does not define all the people out in this world ready to love you. Okay? You're being told to be strong about your perspective of this. Yes, that could mean a Leo. The person you were with last gave you a short harvest. It doesn't take a genius to know that. You know they shortchanged you. You're looking for this material, male or female, you are looking for somebody who understands the cause and effects of love. Love comes before money. Love comes before principle. Love comes before so many things. Without love, you don't really have anything. That's just the truth. I'm sorry what you think. Love and relationships are not to be business partnerships. They're meant to be established in love. And that's what the King of Cups understands. Looky here. Why do I feel like your karmic soulmate is going to be with the water sign? Cancer. That's your karmic soulmate. You may have been playing around with your soulmate and whatnot. When I see this card, she gets what she wants. She ain't worried about nobody or anything. She's gonna get what she wants. She's not worried about nobody else. She takes care of business on her own. You got that? The Empress? Nothing can stop her. She knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. This is your energy, Gemini. So I want to know how many of you are telling yourself you can't do this, or oh no, life is horrible. Can you see this woman right here talking like that? But that's the energy you are beholding. Take this. It'll be the best thing you've ever done for yourself. Love yourself. Know what you can give birth to, whether it be a new job, a new relationship, a new whatever. That's what she does. And the last thing she does is worry about what the person next to her is doing and the person next to her is doing. She knows what she can do on her own. She's a birth giver. She gives birth to what she wants. This card represents speed, communication, or travel. So let's see what you communicating about. Love. Some of you are communicating about love. Nice. You need to speak up. Otherwise, nobody will know that's how you feel. And that came right on top of that knight in shining armor. Now, when it comes to this moon, here's the give and take card. So this tells me that without knowing the person fully, this tells me that what the moon represents, not seeing things for what they are. Even though you don't see things for what they are sometimes, Gemini, you're quick to give to that person. I recommend that you pay attention to who this person is before you are so quick to give everything you've got to them. And mind you, here you are giving to two people. Trust me, it's a pain in the ass to give to one person and hope that they appreciate it, but you give it to two people? Heaven forbid you don't have the money to give them. Oh, they're going to be talking mad shit about you for not being dependable with regards to what they want. No, I'm serious. You give to those who are grateful, not to those who expect it. It's just the truth. I'm telling you, it's one thing to give to someone who appreciates what you give them. It's another thing to give to people who expect it. Your intuition will let you know who that person is. Justice. Now, this card tells me that it's time for you to give yourself some justice regarding the relationships you're in, the job you work. I mean, in every way, shape, or form. I feel like a lot of you may have been selling yourself short. Well, I'm here to let you know you don't have to do that. You can sell yourself absolutely top notch. But it's not until you do it that you're going to see the fruits of that labor, of you being fair to yourself. Justice and fair means the same thing, right? Okay. Spirit is telling you, be fair to yourself. Straight up. Now, Gemini, is this you or is this somebody else? Mind you, this could be a vice versa reading. But if this is you, Gemini, you got so many options in love to where you may not be able to identify the empty person who's just a shell of an individual, someone who comes and goes as they please, someone who bites your ass like a damn snake, someone who breathes fire every time you speak your mind, someone who's a straight gold digger, someone who's as cold as ice emotionally and in bed, hell, in every way, shape, or form, when you could get this person right here, which is like the Six of Wands. They wear a wreath because they're worthy of wearing it. Just because you have a lot of options doesn't mean they're all worthy. You get to manifest what you want. My question at this time, Gemini, is do you really believe that you know how to manifest? For those of you who don't, book your readings. Thank you. This is assistance I'm trying to give you. Clearly, you've put the work in to be able to do it. Third time is a freaking charm. Stick in there with me. I don't know what the frick is happening. We're going to stick with it because it's all I got right now. Seriously. You can manifest what you want. I mean, really manifest. I can give you 3 ways to manifest for those of you who don't know. This is a messenger of work coming to tell you what your best course of action is. It appears as though one of those things is to look at yourself on the inside and ask yourself, am I happy? If you're not happy, then you spend a little bit more time with yourself, asking yourself, what can I do to be happy? See, we downplay happiness and learned how to live without it, when the truth is, happiness is our birthright. We forget how to be happy so easily. I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why we forget how to be happy. First of all, our fathers were meant to play with us. They were. And if they didn't play with you, you forgot how to achieve happiness within yourself. So what happened? You forgot how to be happy. In my opinion, that's a great disservice. But we have to figure out a way to get that back. Okay? No, you didn't. Well, yeah, I could start over, but I'm not. We're on a theme. Dude, what do I have to douse this with to make it stay? I bet y'all think this is mad unprofessional. It's not unprofessional. It's just a method that I have chosen. Introspection. That's the name of the game. When you introspect, you know a lot more about yourself. You identify the things that have broken your heart. You identify where you need healing. You identify who you need to protect yourself from. You identify who's selfish and when it's appropriate for you to be selfish. If you want to call it selfish, I call it self-preservation and not letting other people stomp on us and have their way with us. There's a certain level of selfish within each person that's actually healthy. Self-preservation is necessary. It doesn't make you selfish to say, I need a moment to myself, or to say, you know what? I need to be alone. I need to take some money with me where I go. That does not make you selfish, especially if you've been working your fingers to the bone and everybody that you live with doesn't give a shit about what you've done. Being underappreciated has got to be the most hurtful shit on the planet. And if you want to get away from that for a minute so you can regroup, then that's what you do. And that's what this card means. This card represents the fact that somebody wants to talk to you. Or maybe you want to talk to someone, but I'm getting the feeling that somebody wants to talk to you. They're too embarrassed to do it. So what they do is pass by your house, see if your car's in the front, see if somebody's car is in the front of your driveway. Hell, they may even have your phone tapped. They may slip under your car and put a GPS. I'm telling you, this card means stalking. And somebody wanting to have something to do with you. I could have swore I saw this card as the very first card, but it wasn't. Look at the new beginnings that Spirit is offering you. A new way of thinking. A new way of making money. Gemini, if you don't take that, I really recommend you do. There are some things you need to walk away from, turn your back on, put your hand on that staff, and keep it moving into that desert. If you look, there are mountains there. Once you get past those mountains, you're going to be on the side of the beach. You're going to be looking at paradise. Everything doesn't have to be so dry and boring and miserable and just a situation that you have to endure. I get endurance. I get it. But when you ask the question, endure for what? And you don't have an answer, you come up with this sense of happiness. Like, okay, it's official. What the fuck am I doing here? I deserve to be happy to the utmost. This card is the happy card. It represents creativity, purity, innocence, your wants being met, your solar plexus chakra being met, being able to communicate effectively. These are all the signs of happiness. Where does that lead you to? Somebody happy that you could share your life with. A soulmate to cover up all that heartache. Now, this person may be someone who comes and goes, who is not a sticking there with you till thick and thin. They may not be somebody who's in it for the long haul. A, don't forget, you could change that. But B, don't forget what this person is about, and don't put all your eggs in one basket for this person. Oh, but this person is surely looking at you because they're facing that Two of Cups. It might take sacrifice on your end to give this Knight of Wands a chance. I would much rather give this Knight of Wands a chance than the Knight of Pentacles. Why? Because the Knight of Pentacles is methodical. This one's not. This is someone who tells it like it is. And after a while, you want somebody to tell it like it is, rather than somebody who lies all the damn time. I'm just saying. That's my preference. It does not have to be yours. This is the marriage card. Marriage card. Spirit guides and angels, I ask that the remaining cards that I shuffle give an explanation for why on God's green earth with someone like Gemini who's smart enough would be stuck with a player. Okay, if you find that you're with a player, you're being told to move on to calmer waters. Okay? Let your spirit guide lead the way. Alright? You're being told to move on. That's not your marriage material. But given that the marriage card popped up, that tells me that the right one will come. Now here's this devil, which talks about you being shackled to something. Let's keep going. Completion is here. Of rather the last relationship that you were in, maybe the current relationship that you're in, you know that things have to end and be completed. Maybe because this person had some behaviors that you didn't care about. You want commitment, but you haven't met any commitment material yet. This could also talk about the fact that you want to change your indoctrination, your thought process regarding the way that you think, feel, and adhere to values. Somebody wants to give you an offer of something valuable, but I do get the feeling, Gemini, that you are very sketchy about that. So you have chosen to start over. Start over.